I was having problems with intermittent water dispensing on my Whirlpool refrigerator. This was not a water supply issue because water would dispense, but it would stop or get interrupted. Running the Diagnostics, the dispenser checked out fine. I could use the control pad to dispense the water or ice without issue. If I do a measured fill, it'll dispense. So I don't believe that the problem has anything to do with the board. I think the problem is the pad. We do have the same problem with the ice dispenser. So let's change it. I replaced both dispenser pads, aka the actuators. It worked right away. But unfortunately, the problem persisted after just a few uses on the same day. I checked the wiring under the freezer door for frayed or broken wires, but there were none. It appeared I'd need to get a new control board. However, I found a video that suggested that the problem could be a failing capacitor on the control board. This turned out to be the problem. Changing out the capacitor on the control board was not difficult, and the part itself cost less than $2. Since this type of repair was new for me, it took me time to get the courage to attempt it, but the videos linked in the More Info section of this video below helped me learn how to do it. There are many other tutorials you can find on YouTube as well. However, if you'd like to see how I did it, the unedited footage of my repair with original audio is at the end of this video. Had I known about checking the capacitor in the beginning, and that the repair was that simple, I could have saved myself the cost of the new actuator dispenser pads, but the new ones look nice. And ultimately, I did save myself the cost of buying a new control board, which currently runs about $450 direct from the manufacturer. Hopefully this insight will help you problem solve your refrigerator's intermittent or interrupted water dispensing problem too. Thanks for watching. Step 1, refrigerator has been unplugged. Step 2, refrigerator has been pulled out. Step 3, we're going to remove this to get access to the control panel. You can use either a flathead screwdriver or one of these doohickeys. This happens to be a 1/4 inch socket. So you can do that to remove. There's a plastic cover here. We need to remove it. And if you look on the side here, there is this little clip. I happen to have like a pastry spreader kind of thing. It's slender and thin. Anything that you've got kind of like that will do. And you're just going to push it in here so that you can pop that out. There you go. There we are. Easy peasy. Okay. And then we are going to unplug these things and pull them out. And you can see that capacitor. And you'll see there's this little clip down here, and I'm going to take this, my little, whether you have a putty knife or one of these spreaders, you can do that too. I'm going to stick it right in there. Just kind of wedge it in. And there we go. It kind of pops and releases that out. And I see it's got those kind of little holes in there, but I think now that it's popped out, we should be able to get it out easily, relatively speaking. Might need to work it a little here. There we go. So all of these just had these little clips, and you just kind of push each of them. And I had to kind of wiggle it side to side to get the larger ones off, but they were just on there. So you don't have to have any special tools or anything. It's just kind of pinch little tabby things, pinch and pull, pinch and pull, pinch and pull. Okay. Okay, so we've got our board here. I have this old electronic tool set that I got from, oh, that's the box, from Radio Shack quite a number of years ago. I am not a repair person, but it's good to have some of these things around. I think it's going to help us. And again, this is the one that I need to replace. These are the replacements that I bought. They clearly are not the same size, but they have the same microfarads and the same voltage. When I was looking up this particular capacitor in this brand, the things that I found indicated that it was kind of like a midline capacitor, and I found this Japanese capacitor, and it has the same microfarads and voltage, but it's supposed to be better made. This one is from Nichicon. Hopefully it'll fit in the little hole things, but we shall see. I'm new at this, and so I did not know, how to measure the size and everything. I was only looking at the microfarads and the voltage. So let's wish me luck here. One of the things that you want to do before you remove your capacitor is you want to look right at the board. If I can get this propped up here for you. See if I can zoom in, and you see this little plus sign right here? Okay, so there's a polarity to the capacitors. There's a positive and a negative. And on what I have learned in this process of trying to figure this whole thing out is I've learned that most capacitors have a strip. This white strip on this one indicates that this is the negative side. So looking at your board, make sure you see where the positive side is and the negative side. So in this case, we can remember, okay, the negative needs to go facing this little doohickey right here. Here is my replacement, and so this, whoopsie. So this strip is my negative, and the non-white strip is my positive, and so it will go on there, right? That direction. Okay, great, here we go. Okay, so I've heated up the soldering gun, or gun, I don't know what it's called, but the solder iron thing. And now I'm going to try to remove this thing. I believe it's these two. I've seen other people kind of heat it up a bit. And I'm just wondering if I can wiggle it out. It's the little squares that have tiny little wires sticking out. Those are the ones. So let me see if I can kind of heat this up a little. Pull that out, but I don't think that's really kind of what I was supposed to do. I need to remove these things. These do not belong in there. So maybe I can pull it out now. Okay, I managed to get those cleaned up. I would suggest you find another video on how to clean those quickly and easily. Don't do it my way. I don't know if I've done it properly or not. There are holes there, but you know, I'm hoping I haven't damaged the board. So there are other people that are really good at doing this stuff, and if you look up, you know what, actually I will add the links of the videos that I watched. That might help you. So remember our polarity. The positive was here, positive is here, negative is here. So the white strip is the negative, white matches white. It's gonna just pop right on in here. Try to see if I can get that in for you so you can see. It fits. I'm gonna push it on in. Go on in. Hopefully it goes in. Okay, I was able to pop it in. You can see it's nice and flush against the board. I'm going to come back here and do the little flux so that it is stuck in there, and then also kind of bend those pieces down just like how all the other capacitor prongs have been bent down. Try and get that in there and solder it in. Okay.